Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome to No Drama Just Movies Rapid Reviews. It has arrived. After catching up with Tron and Tron Legacy, I watched Tron Ares recently, and I had some thoughts. Right off the bat, I don't think I'll ever get tired of the design. The bright colours, the vehicles like the recognizers or the paragliders with the bug wings, or the tumbler-like tank. I love the upgrade that everything is now 3D printed, and the limited shelf life adds a tense ticking clock. Speaking of visuals, I love the fight at the end, but my favourite was the heist fight, while Julian is hacking into Encom. I loved how the light trails hang in the air for a little longer. Obviously it looks beautiful, but I loved how they also used the lingering lights. One character slides across one, which was a really cool idea. I loved that we got 3 levels this time. The computer programs coming into the real world, which was the new thing, keeping it fresh and exciting. But then we also went back into the grid world. To be honest, I wanted to go back to that world much sooner, and it took some time, but the reward was worth the wait. And I'm glad they did something new, because seeing light cycles in the real world, cutting cars in half, and seeing recognizers flying through a city was just awesome. And finally, we return to what they call the Flynn grid, which is the 80s inspired computer world of the original. And yes, while that didn't look as great as the other parts, I still very much appreciated the callback and spending a little time in that world. Seeing Jeff Bridges again, of course, helped, although did he do a noise? Ares was tricky as a character. I liked him as the villain at the beginning, but then they made him the hero. I wasn't sure about that at first, because I would have wanted to see more of that ruthless program, the unbeatable soldier. When Dillinger named Ares the Master Control Program, I think my heart did a little jig. But I came around very quickly, because I think it was a cool, and again, new for this franchise, story of the program that learns to feel and rebels against its user. This swap also gave Jodie Turner-Smith more to do. She was a little underused at first, only there to scowl next to Jared Leto, but once she took over as the villain, she was great. I love that line she has when she's talking to Julian, "I'm scanning for other impediments," I think it was, because it was so hardcore. Just the subtext of, are you going to cause issues for me? Do I need to get rid of you as well? But I also love the tragedy of her character, which was similar to Clues in Tron Legacy. She's not really evil. She's just following her programming, and it's even more tragic because she ends up paying a heavy price for it. The cast was absolutely stacked. You've got Evan Peters, who did a fantastic job as belligerent man-baby Julian Dillinger. I loved his little jog after his initial big boy speech, which to me summed up the character perfectly. You've got Gillian Anderson, who was commanding in every scene she was in, bringing an authoritative weight to her role of Elisabeth. Greta Lee, whom I didn't know at all before, really sold the grief of Eve's deceased sister, and each moment that came up got me. I really liked Arturo Castro as Seth as well. I think he understood his assignment and added some comic relief that, to me, was never overdone. Even Jared Leto worked for me. I think this was my favourite role of his since Haunted Mansion, where he was just a voice. And there was none of that weird stuff he's been doing for a while. Some of the plot points were a little too convenient for me. Athena destroys the laser so Ares can't come back out. You'd think they would now have to figure out how to fix the laser or break into Dillinger's company to use his. Nope. Conveniently, Flynn just has another one. In another scene, after slapping Athena with a motorcycle, Eve checks what happened. Fair enough. But don't stay there. She literally stands there, and it's clear that she has to wait so Athena can chase her some more, because that's what the script says. Overall, I think this was my favourite of the 3. There's spectacle here, bright colours that just do something to my brain. But I also like the story, the hunt for the permanence code, and this rivalry between Eve and Julian. I really hope there's more, because there's a few more things to explore, especially now that the programs can travel into the real world. And that's all. Roll credits.